Good morning, folks. It's 2011. Oh, excuse me. No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 11 minutes after. Yeah, 'cause I'm up late watching storms. I'm documenting a crime scene that's going to impact New Zealand, which I'm probably not going to show you, but I'm definitely impacting them. And I'm documenting a crime for my own personal use. So what I'm going to show you now is the route home, the truckers, which I promised to keep an eye on. And you got problems coming along the coast road over the next 24 hours. You better get your cruises done because it's going to come quick, hot, and heavy. The best one on the tools I can give you, if anything, is this. But really, to show you what's going to happen, it's best just to roll that beautiful bean footage. Yes, yes. I'm looking through some stuff, so you got to give me a moment to get my screen where I want it. There it is. That'll give me enough days. Yeah, a bit of action in the north coming, but let's just go to what's going on now. Right, these people got to get home from here to up here into Queensland. And I told my truckers of Queensland, I keep an eye on you. And I always keep my word. So here you go. As you go through the day, you'd expect the showers along the trough to pick up, and then it'll move inland. And watch. Oh, come on. Move, move, move. You have to excuse me. I'm a bit tired. I'm going to talk a bit low because most people in the house are asleep, but they know this is the time of night I work. Right, as we get a little later in the day, some of your interchanges south to Sydney and this are going to be impacted. Winds coming up the gong, and I must say, surf is fucking up, man. You catch it on this side here and go catch some really nice rollers. Now, it's going to break out along the coastline more as we head in toward tomorrow afternoon. So maybe skipping your break and or changing where you slept overnight for how long could make it a smoother trip home. Because as you get in here about well, that's 24 hours from now, basically the entire coastline is potential to conditions to erupt in some very serious storms, hail, heavy winds, and that it could be buffeting against vehicles. And I want you guys to use great care, especially if you're hauling a caravan. You make sure that she's cinched up tight. Get this sway bar right. Don't be an idiot. Hey, Dad, what? There goes a caravan passing us. It looks just like ours. Look out for the cookout. There comes your grill. You know, one of them kind of things. That actually happened. Uh, but I don't go into it. Yeah, hauling a cookout, a grill. And he come unhooked, a pig cooker. And he passed the truck. And the guy says, look out for the cookout. And it came flying by. He says, here comes this grill. Wasn't ours. It hit a pig in it. We knew that would have hit the guardrail and flipped over. And I tell you, we jumped out to see if any of it was salvageable, and it was. We peeled that skin back, and I guarantee you, I had a lunch bucket full. It's delicious. Can't beat it. Carolina pulled pork. But that was one of the funnier things that have happened in my life. It is, yeah, look out for the cookout. And I'll tell you what, you got to look out for the cookout this day because you're going to get frayed. You're getting bombed already. The sickness mix right now of the biggest nasties are plumed over the top of you now. They knew you were leaving. They know you're outside. And this was a few hours ago, quite a few actually. So if you look at this here, and this was 2 hours ago, all these bombs went off. All this headed your way to fuel the weather. It's sickening you that you're going to be riding with your windows down. I'm telling you, you have been a gas attack. They have attacked your convoy. And I'm documented the crime the entire time. So what I'm going to do now is refresh this screen because that's a very refreshing thing to do. So watch out for the flashing lights. Boink, it'll start to move. I'm going to go down here. You know, I'm going to see is it rolling. Thank you very much. I didn't say I was going to cover New Zealand at all. Actually, I'm so fucked off with that group. Yeah, you go ask somebody called Dean Keeper, the Dean of the Gatekeepers. You ask him. You're blocked, by the way. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I stand with Simon Stacy. I've worked with him longer. And I didn't like when my stuff was deleted off of this page, which I will now call the fake geoengineering Watch New Zealand page, which has disappointed me for the last time. Will I show your weather? You fucking know I will, but right now I'm keeping a promise, so I'm going to go on to this, what I'm doing. I'm not going to give there aren't any more ego drama. You see all the lightning and stuff that's going to come up through here? I told you the treff's going to be active. They had some evaporation going on, put a cold treff, and the bonds for that'll come overnight while you're sleeping. They've already got the microwaves boiling here, creating a treff for the cold air to come up. Well, you'll see that pretty good when I put on the radar. Right, but I'm more concerned about your path home. This is going to be some deadly hours, and along that coast, that puts it at what, about, let me do my timetables here. About lunchtime, 11, 12 o'clock. And that'll put you right here at lunchtime along the Bruce, which is already a big ass parking lot. And they got lots of dips that can fill up with water. Don't get caught in the bottoms under the bridges. Don't get caught there. It's going to pull up. Remember what happened last time? And we will have viewings of these areas. Then I will make sure that you will know what's going on. Or you yourself can, when you get a passenger, could keep an eye on the traffic cams in front of you and know what's going on. But I had already advised you to take this. If you would listen to me and you took this route home, you'll get home okay before this other stuff hits. And you got problems coming. I'm going to jump you. Yeah, I'm going to jump you. Look what's coming. And you're going to get fucked. This is where the Queensland gets fucked. With an entire tropical storm's worth of moisture without the winds. And then it splits and it comes over to the left and they hit the Tennant Creek corridor and they fuck Catherine and they fuck Tennant Creek again. And it's going to be bad and the totals are going to be fierce. I'll show you. I'm just giving you a heads up. Right, that's not, I'm expecting higher through here. Yeah, this is more accurate. So hitting this corridor with nearly a half a meter of water in the next 2 weeks is easy to say. Now you see these tendrils out here? Third of a meter is going to hit this river, hit this highway, hit this railroad track where a very well known, voted for, wanted line for railroad and transport, and they want it all the way through to Tennant's Creek. This line here is the one that's wanted most, but they have to do some clear out here because evidently the rail they want runs in the middle of the highway, so they can use all the smart tech for both of them. You see that? That's inland. Where's it going? It's going in these homes. It's going all along this line. So you're going to make the preparations now along this line. For what you normally do during such a situation. You got 3 days of nothing. Just make good use of them. Otherwise, we'll feel very, very sad. I'll be feeling very sad. You see what I'm looking at here? Who's this under my knife, says the butcher in the gangs of New York. Queensland's under the knife again. Cairns is under the knife again. You're under the knife. Innisfail, you're fucked. I'll just tell you that straight off. There's no way you're not fucked, right? That total's rang. You get a half a meter on the tens. Right, just take my word. You watch what's going on, and I guarantee you I will too. In New Zealand, I told you guys to stay home anyhow. My forecast is accurate. What's left to say? You want to know about the earthquake? 26 hours, 25 hours right in there. Switch how long you got. Now notice how they do a prediction in a straight line. How the fuck do you know? Hey, you're going to have a tendril here. So I want to know what road plans are coming along this corridor. I want about 40 miles north and south of this line. I want to know what the towns have proposed here. Any, what am I thinking is, any reservoirs with hydroelectric or hydrogen biomass dams, anything like here where they want a big lake. Because I can see that out here. We got to have a big lake in case the water does that again to put it in. And then they can use it for hydroelectric irrigation, all those things. But all I see is, man, they just found another way to make a factory to pollute the world for energy and not release the Tesla techie free energy device stuff that have been developed for so long, where you don't have to have an electric bill. You just have it at your house, and then the wavelengths and the Birkeland strands of the universe will fuel your needs of power. So I'm starting to post some of that stuff because they don't teach this in school, the electric universe. But you need to know electric universe to understand electromagnetic frequency and how it works. And it takes years of conversation with very smart people that might not necessarily have those peer degrees, but can own every one of those peers on your topics. Why? Because we don't read the magazine to tell us what to think. We read the articles that of the peer people that have the science, and we understand the concepts. And if you understand the concept, you can really advance things. So teach your kids the concepts of things, and they'll advance the world. They really will. Fuel their dreams. But you know when to pop the balloon, too. Nah, Icarus, the wings melted, okay? So let's try to go a little lower, but let's build your wings stronger. Right? Don't tell them they can't fly. Just say, hey, touching the sun might not be wise. Teach the children well the geoengineered hell. It must be put by. Here you go. Now we got these plumes. They tell your weather will scream. You're going to get some storms. That is 100%, without a doubt, in my mind, what I call sickness mix. It's a very bad type deployment. Boom, boom, big ones. Very much like Operation Popeye, just in defoliant dispersals that were used over the Ho Chi Minh Trail, the Mekong Delta. And that's where I first recognized the look of this, because it looked the same. His fireworks with particular payloads in them. And I want to know what the payload is, and who's getting paid, and who's doing the load, and what's up the perfect triangle here. Could we have a TRB cloaked? Possible. 4 hours of it, of a perfect triangle, while everything else is booming and pluming. The clutches of the reptilian hand. Now it looks like the turtle, and it's all that was left, and it turns into the stag. Geosculpting. We're going to be fire. Remember that one was designed to be that? And what did it go in here? The Mars symbol. What we got here? The horns. Telling you, your sky's in runes. RUNES. Here we got the Chris. A little bit too. Is it going to Schwab stickerish here? We're going to have a Schwabby sky. A Schwab sticker. Yeah. You know what a Schwab sticker says? I got a Fauciology. That's a Schwab sticker. Dumbasses. Look at that chem bomb go off. Perfect circle just as it came over. Boom, 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 boom. Have it right over the entrance. Boom. A little north. Hey, have it, have it, have it, have it, have it. Boom, 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 boom. Backwards, boom. Boom. Move, 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 move. Hey, I guess that's boom backwards is a move. Don't be a moob. A moob, moob, plume. Yeah, plume backwards sounds really hard to pronounce. Emil. Like Popeye drinking his spinach to stag. Hey, can you get any more obvious? You see this, all the Rothschild party things, they all wearing a stag, and people, what are you talking about? It's a conspiracy right in my face. That icicle isn't cold. They just said that new science says it's hot. Look at that. X marks the fucking spot like a dagger in the heart of Australia. What a fucking shame. Look at his streamers of shit. Rattle-aid. Rattle on. Rattle-aid. Rattle-aid. Bzzz. Oh, it's some boomings right there in the microwaves. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. So we needed a chemical catalyst in the sky. Oh, you're definitely out to sea here. Let's get a little more in the picture. I'm going to show you some not so happy clouds. All right, these are gassy clouds. So it looks like the microwave went off, and whether the flows come back in, it's going to feed this. You might get a couple of showers today. Hello, Tasmaniacs. How you doing? Oh, look at the plume on the wagon wheel off the coast there. Sheesh. A Fartarian tick. Shardy skies. What a fucking shame. Look at these plumes out here. Boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, 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 ba boom, 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 ba boom, boom, boom. And now for something not completely different. Boom, 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 boom. Moob, moob. You heard of cattle, the helix. That must have been a good vortex coming over. Is there a mountain there? Because I can do that naturally. As today's the day I predicted the CME that they have to do the big boom move. Oh, that's about as close to New Zealand as I'm gonna get. You go ask this one group that knows it all, or a guy named Ken Ring who trashed my name. You go ask him your forecast. You could pay him $6, or you could just let me go over here and show you. All right, the storm is coming ashore. I told you. Nobody's gonna let me to stop doing what the fuck I do is document storms. Look at all the plumes off your coast. It's stalling now. They've crunched it. Right? I'll show you how. I've been watching this all day. I sleep a couple hours. I get up and look. I'm just filming it on my phone and downloaded my computer. This stage is for me. You guys wouldn't know how to interpret it like me, anyhow. You wouldn't. You're not me. I can't do what you do. You'll never do what I do. You'll just bitch at me because I did it. It is right. Boom, 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 plumes here. Evidence of geoengineering off the coast of this is be like this area is gonna get smacked. This area is gonna get smacked the worst. You guys hear howling winds, and it hasn't hit yet. You're up here, actually. Look, your center. She ain't even hit shore. She's just now calming. It's flattening out now. When it flattens out like that, that's when the eye decompresses and you're going to get the worst winds. That's when the worst showers are going to, wind rushes are going to hit. And it looks like right here's the brunt. So if that's the brunt, I should be able to see it right here. Let's go look. I don't have too many cams along this coast. This should be roaring. Absolutely roaring. Let's have a look. All right, here's from, where exactly does this say? This is Wakatani Coast Guard feed. And if they had an advert up there, I'd have read it out though. A nice cutting on the bushes down there. Who's the dumbasses with their cars? Don't they know there could be a quake at any time when this thing is rumbling and there's a fucking volcano off your coast? That's why I'm keeping an eye here. I'm waiting for it to steam. Yeah, it's a heavy surf. But it's not crashed up over on the grass. There's a bit of water down there, but not too much. So the storm surge hasn't hit yet. When the storm surge hits, it's going to be up in here. It's going to be crashing. I don't know how far the drop off is down there. Look at how high those rollers are. That was 6 hours ago. And it went a little calm. So the wind switching directions. That's a bad sign. So she's coming ashore. Right here, she should already be in the middle of the crab. Yeah, you should be right in the shit right now. This one pans, I think. No, not much to see there. How about here? All you'll see here is grass. If that stick blows down, it's bad. Well, let's have a look along the coast here. I said I would. I keep my word, you know. It's just a fucking Facebook group. You think a lot of yourself to think I'm going to stop covering weather. I've been fighting geoengineering a decade, and I've watched your group name have 5 other names just like it with group leaders that took it over. Look at that fucking waves out here. Don't go out. And that's the Rukaka Surf Club Tower Cam, man. Look at that shit. Wow. A powerful surf. And I'll be watching this bank up here. That's tremendous. It was nighttime. I'm watching for the tide. How far in here is it coming? See that roller there? That's in, man. That's out. That's tide out. See the stuff on the shore, but you see all the see the lines there? When the waves are coming in and coming back out, it took it out far. Look how far it was in there. That is at 1 day ago. It's 4 hours later. 4-hour jumps, tides out, nighttime, back in. Fuck, it's gonna get bad. Storm surge not here yet. Look at how high those waves are out there now. Wow. Sorry, Az. You seen your roads, right? You seen where you need to get home. Now I'm gonna go in and have lookies. If this keeps people from going outside and being a dumbass like that dude, but I did show it, but I looked to see if his name was on my wall, and if it was, I was blacking him. I told you I'm gonna do that. Yeah, this is my world. You have no right to even call me on a telephone. You can't just bother people in real life. And this is real life. If you don't want to treat me like a real person, I'm going to treat you like I treat real people on the street. You go fuck yourself. You got no right to talk to me walking down the road. And this is what I feel about some of these groups now. And some of you got to 8 o'clock tomorrow night to make sure you're not an admin of that group. Every one of you is fired. And I'm going to fire almost all your members from my work. Yep, there's a new one being made, by the way. Seek it out. All right, now we're going to go in and really have a look. I want some of these islands out here. Got any cams? Boy, are they in trouble through here. I'm telling you, you guys are in bad shape. Lee itself too, because you're sticking right out. I don't think you got time to move anymore. Nah, no, you can't go anywhere. Stay put. You're fucked. If you're here, you're anywhere along here, is the time for you to go anywhere is done. You don't risk the life of any fucking emergency worker now, not by my advice. As it is right now, the low ain't quite hit to the corner, just getting ready to flatten, and it's coming quick. Is it going to hit exactly where I said? Where I was pointing? Right, my forecast was accurate to within 10 miles, and I said it was going to hit you at lunchtime on the 14th. I missed the time by 12 hours. And I gave you 14 days warning. I documented when this storm was born. The moment the chem bombs went off up here, I documented this storm, but I told you it had to happen because of beams 14 days ahead of time. This only goes up to 10, you know. I know how to fucking forecast weather using geoengineering, chem bombs, and EMF beams. Oh my god. You go, oh fuck. Jeez, they're gonna get scrubbed. I'll be very surprised if that's still there at the end of this. Really. I'll be shocked if that's still there. That white thing on the top. Look at the guy with the umbrella. He's got it aimed. You don't bring an umbrella out in this shit. Who the fuck you think you are, Mary Poppins? Look at the surf. Are you an idiot? I got that. Boom. Pull yourself right out into that surf. That's stupid. I'll bring an umbrella out in this fucking weather. Hi. Dun, 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 you're the dumbass of the year. Dun, 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 there's a dumbass over here. Dun, 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 dumbass of the year. You're the dumbass of the year. And when it falls out of your hand and blows in the wind and it's a missile and it pokes somebody in the eyeball and they're running around going, my eye. Then it blows out of theirs and 500 people get it in the eye because your dumbass went out with an umbrella and fucking hurricane winds because you're a dumbass. My God, look at the rollers coming in here. I know it's tempting to surfers. Look at the spray when the waves are just hitting each other. This is a deadly, deadly, deadly storm. And it hasn't hit yet. It hasn't hit yet. It's just now steaming in. It is not hit yet. Have you figured that out yet? That when it goes past here, the wind shifts direction and you're fucked down here? Have you realized how bad they're going to get it on this coast yet? Do you realize I was right yet? Do you want to give me any more shit? Or do you have a name that says Keeper, like Gatekeeper, and the dean of them all, and you hadn't caught on yet, and somebody took a coup on your group that you got owned? My God, I saw the name and I said, you're kidding me. How did they not catch that? Yeah, big love size Stacy, man. You do great work in New Zealand. I really, really do. Kathy, loving your work over there. A few other people, but sometimes you get tired with the brush from which the paint you paint. Oops, got paint on your hands. Sorry. All due respect. I don't need to have anybody's permission to cover this. I'm going to be watching up here. Will this water continue to come out of this area 18 hours from now, when the storm is still way out here and is still pumping it in? Looks like they got a good wall on this side, and it's designed to come out here. But has the wind been taken into account when it swirls into this coastal area and does that? That's a beautiful river, isn't it? Bless you, beautiful waters. Cleanse this island of its toxic nature. May the ancestors of the hills smile upon the land again. Well, you seen a little sunshine, Cape Drew. That's the end of that for a while. My God, these poor folks. At least you're on the better end of it. Yeah, I'm worried about the quake here. Right here. All the EMF lines and things all indicated. Pushing of the island the way the fault hits. So that's all the warning I'm giving you. I don't do earthquake things anymore. If White Island doesn't vent soon, you're in a lot of trouble. All right, here's we do have a bit of flooding and debris, so that tells me there's been flash flooding up on the hills, bringing it into the river here. You're going to have problems. Look at the rises and falls. It's their complete flood table all the way to the top. All right, so you have problem in Gisborne already. So you got big problems coming. Look at those trees moving. Look at a log going by. In Australia, you'd be wondering if that was a crack. Oh no! Look at the river coming up. Look at it running in on the sides. So we'll be watching that if that goes wider. There's one here where it runs in. Man, that's wow. And Gisborne traffic cams. I could have gone bigger than that for you guys. Look at the gauge on the river. Nothing to see here. What was it yesterday? Ah, man, same time yesterday right here. This is what they've gotten. It's gone all the way up. Every one of the markers. Every one of the markers on that bridge is now covered, and there's logs hemming up, strainers, and look at them all. This is a very bad situation. When these logs pile up, it could come up and over the top and destroy this bridge, lift it up off its blocks. And if there's an earthquake down, that bridge is good. The side embankments, I don't know how much water they can hold, but only you know your whether it's safe to cross some things or not. And right now, when I see shit like that, I go, I hope that weld holds. It's designed to slide down and its force go this way and push that way, and the embankment holds the load. Don't you know basic bridge engineering? You have to if you take engineering type classes, even automotive. Look at it coming up. Yeah, you have it a bit of a rise, I'd say. Getting a bit of a rise in Gisborne. But you know, that's every bit of my business. This is inland. How we doing here? Up. So this is where the water's coming from. Over here in Kiakaha. Got the numbers right there. There's what the numbers say. How was it yesterday? Yesterday. It's the same. I'm more watching this out here. We got a, that must be a 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a car. What was that thing sticking out? Didn't it just went underwater? Oh, the water's rushing. Look at the dip as it went by there. That's making a hell of a current. You had to read a river? You ever done a whitewater canoeing? Well, you should, man. It's just fun. Open boat canoe, down a waterfall, class 4 or 5 rapids, do it. You have to get certified. That you'll do it while you get certified the first time, you'll want to do it again. Let it rain, man, in the meadow over there. All right, let's see what else we got going on. I think this is more productive than worrying you about the numbers, which I'll show you late in a little bit at a time. Look at all the debris. Free firewood down here for you people that have fireplaces. Go get it. Oh, that's free firewood. That's what I see. Every day in the shore, I'd be loading my firewood. Why are you taking it out of our forest? It's already out there. 1, 2, wide, 3, 4 lines of waves out there in the sea. Why am I counting them? Because I'm used to counting Ken rows. And it's not super high. They come up on the shore. Don't look any higher than usual. That's a hell of a lot of big stuff washed up, though, isn't it? So one of your streams must be draining near here. Some of the stuff from the rivers has come out right to the shore. So go get it, man. It's firewood. Firewood's expensive. One of them might look like a piece of art. You put it together, and you could be a regular Rembrandt, even though he wasn't known for sculptures of wood. Right? Why not? Call yourself Rembrandt. How you doing, Fielding? I haven't looked at all of you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can read some clouds here finally. Right, what we got going on? Oh, there's a lot of electrics. That thing will be funneling sideways. Wall cloud, wall cloud. Let's see if we can pick any bombs out here in the low deck. Any particular form. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flower of death. Right there. See it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to teach you to read clouds from the bottom up. Barely can see the sun poking through. A lot of rain falling in the distance. Here's a big sheet of it there. There's a big sheet. Bigger sheets over here. So they're taking big sheets over there. Yeah, a lot of runoff here. Let's see if anybody visits. Any sheds open up. Boring. Any planes? It's smart. There must be a no-fly zone going on. Oh, no, one has moved over here. Does he get anything on the wings? What's he doing? Ooh, it's nasty skies. Rich guys in morning, chem bomb warning. Rich guys at night, chem bombs in sight. You starting to catch your pattern? There ain't no light anymore. Look at this shit here. This is bad. That's just some fucking water. Or maybe a cobweb spider came along. He knew he was going to be on telly. Right, here we go. The plane's still there. Yeah, we always have big square clouds, you know. Didn't we see square clouds over Turkey before the last attack? I mean, the earthquake? Yeah, it called it an attack. It was EMF attack fucking quake. Don't even keep asking me. I reported on it the night it happened. 1, 2, 3 bomb. That's a chem bomb going by. No doubt in my mind. That could be a lenticular cloud. You got some mountains nearby. And then it gets EMF running over the top and another one will form because of the mountain. Straight up lift. So that's a lenticular. No doubt about it. You've got the landscape to say it. But that big square cloud there ain't. Starship Enterprise. Engage. Boom! Boom! That's a boom, boom, plum. See it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in an emanation center point with little lines pointing toward each one of them. It isn't the elevator going up. 10th floor. Boom, and a line coming, emanating. Just draw the circle. Come on, get a compass and square numb nuts and draw it. Boom, 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 boom. But it's a funnel gun. They said so on a movie. Rodney Dangerfield said it in the movie. It has to be true. Bill Gates isn't a doctor, but he has to be true. Hey, Bill Gates is funding this too, and look at his grabbing your land and he's buying it up. This is a great vantage point, actually. Nice clear camera. Ooh, fuck it. It's going to get tornadic when that eye comes over these mountains. It's going to make tornadic shit happen. Boy, are you going to have some damage. All these rains butting up against this coast running straight down. If I was in this house, I'd get the fuck out. You got time. Get out. Get out, get out, get out. Get out, get out, get out. Flash flood warning coming down this road. That's beautiful, though. Yeah, I gotta say, that's beautiful. Yeah, not so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful Pluminazzi skies. Plum, 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 boom. Yeah, big square edges all the time. Circle gets a square. And when you look at them from above, they're square. But it's not like it's squared out. Oh, we got the sheep munching on the sides over here. Do they got their mask on? This one's taking a shit. Look, we get a sheep taking a shit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on Willie Scree Shaders, yeah, I'll kind of put this down here somewhere. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a sheep taking a shit on a Torah. I hope all the Jewish people don't get offended here. We get to ransom. Oh, that's just funny. Look, he's having a crap. A crap. And how's the skies today? Oh, what is this? The shit spot? Is that a dog? Oh my god. Here, Key. Hey, this is her first. You got a dog and he's taking his shit. Oh no, that's a tree something. I'm sorry. It just looked like a dog shitting. It does, don't it? It's got his back all bowed up and his tail. Kind of like he's looking at you like, what? You know, they'll look at you when you're in the toilet. But when you look at them, they like, don't do it. Right? I've had enough of that. Here's what you're getting. Here's what's going to happen. You're fucked. I told you so, and have an nice day. It comes, it goes. All the winds come back around. Right? Ready for this? Dang, you ain't done. Wait till you get to about the 19th. You got another one coming. Have they told you about that one yet, Mr. Almanac? Well, I'll always make sure you get the warnings. Yeah, New Zealand's fuck right about there. Right about there. There's your earthquake. That's earthquake team. Anytime right after that when this is fucking off. That pressure hits that thing right there and lets that go right there. It could go anywhere right here. You put that hand up there. That's where my lane I'm calling. It's the heaviest risk is right where my middle finger was a moment ago. Right about there where she's doing a turn. Where's this camera? There and slightly north. Highest risk of the quake after this thing leaves. Bay of Plenty, definitely high risk. And the beams I seen could put something up near Tonga as well, quake wise, because there's a big beam. What do I mean by having a big beam? I mean these. I could just show you my profile picture the moment they turned the storm that I predicted was going to happen. And they said there was going to be a CME, which I also predicted they would use as an excuse. Why? Because they're fucking lying to you. Why? Because you let them. Propaganda lies from 9/11 allow lots of things. And I'm just showing it to you on this. It's pretty easy to see. Right, they beamed the fuck out this son of a bitch when it hit the island over here. Other beams, I'll kind of go back 48 hours to get that better. I'll show you. Why? Because I'm documenting a crime. On hanging day, call me in a court. See that beam come through here? One. Watch this. Right here. And watch this beforehand. Right straight through here. We've had one come right straight through here. We've had one right straight through here. Alright, it guided this storm straight here. It hits this wall and it stops. There's nowhere for it to go. It stalls for near 24 hours and continues to bury you with water. And as it treks along and it finally comes down the coast, the winds hit this side. The pressure in these islands released by the storm. The low is never fully pulled up the island because it stayed offshore, so it's only jostled this end. This end is already dipped. When it moves along, that raises up. This smacks that way from the winds. This moves slightly that way, and the quake should happen either right here at Cook Strait or right here off the coast of Kaikoura. That is all. Shoot not the messenger. Shoot what the messenger is messaging you about. And don't leave Alice Springs out of your beams when she hit the storm from up here. This is the moment they turn the storm. This is the moment that the Burnt Tree Island hit its beam this way. This is the moment where Auckland shot out a beam this way. This is a moment where Blenheim shot a beam straight up this way. And this is a moment that the fate of the Kaikoura and Cook Strait was decided. I'll tell you, that put a lot of pressure on the Comanche Trench. Because these waves go under the water too, you know. And they impact the land under the water. You call it ocean floor, I still call it land. You know what I mean? Lubbers. Land lubbers. See up here? I say I've raised the risk for the Tonga area as well. For a reason. Because this pulse wave is shooting that way. Fiji is shot that way. See it? Oh, there's the beam and Nazis have pinned all the moisture around this coastline here to fuck you guys all along the weekend. right? The beam from that one set that up that day. And we move forward. You see it? That's the ship at sea. It's not part of the Tiger network, the two ones down here. Which I'm very well aware of. They're only advertised to shoot down this direction, and I've very often seen them shoot any direction the modulation says so. And well, why build one when you could build two? And what they said in that Contact movie, okay to go, bzzzt, okay to go, and the trucks leave, and the rain comes. And the beams are in. You see it? Boof. Nucleation. Plume of Nazis. Moving the entire river of water into Queensland now. Severing that one. That's your next storm. That's coming to New Zealand, actually. All that. That's your next gift from Bill Gates, the land grabber. Right? And that's dead. And that's what's going to happen. That's as far as I'm going to take you on that. Now, if I come out here, I showed you the bombs. Right? Slow the fuck down. See the plumes going off here? Right. Okay, I'm done with you now, New Zealand. Other than one other screen to show. And I do. Right, I'm going to go to your satellite images now. Right, the low is off here. Okay, right out here. It's just now coming in and it's going to flatten out against that EMF wall, which you can see some of the evidence of it in the flatness of the side here over the rotation, the rotatory here. The areoles. To rotate the areoles. I'm going to call your stuff what I want to because it amuses me. And well, you get what you pay for. Kia Kaha, New Plymouth. What about old Plymouth, man? Wasn't it good? So good that they stayed here? Why did you need a new one? Did you fuck the old one up? Look at the square off the coast under my middle finger. Demi, bomb, bomb, bomb. New Zealand, they love you, so they boom, 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 bomb. How are those nice storms coming in there, Nelson? Are you enjoying the show? Boy, are you fucked up here. And here. I see the setup. The wave is coming now. It's going to hem the cam. Oh, you're hiding the beams good. Let me see if they can catch anything. Nothing to see here. Maybe it'll load up after the data comes in. Oh, yeah, I got him. I got him right here. Gotcha. Get you beaming right here. See it through here? That's one. That's one next rad beaming up this storm. You ain't hiding this shit from me, motherfuckers. Here's New Zealand next rad beaming a storm over from there. Going out to sea. You get the rays of it coming all the way into here. Let me get my straight edge out. I'll nail down exactly where they intersect. All I need is two lines. I went there and I put them on my TV. It comes there. It's right around here where that camera is here. The beams are coming from right around here. Is there a radar there? Boom, boom, ba bomb, bomb, bomb. They love you, co they do. Yeah, that's that cool, man. And they're not showing you some of the data. Come on. What the fuck is taking you so long? It's a freaking image. If it was an advert for a freaking drink, it would be up there. Hey, I guess I'm not a real man anymore. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Hey, I'm over here doing a forecast. Anybody figured that out yet either? I'm in England, man. They don't cover that. Look at the no data. What's up at that? All these millions of dollars you're funding. You get nothing. I pay windy.com, so the wet service is supposed to show me this. Yeah, the wet service instead of the Met service. I wonder if we could bust them. Where's my New Zealand Met service? That's the Himwaris. Monitoring global satellites. Alright, no I don't. I'm gonna find you. Well, let's see what they're saying here. I seen the beam from down here, so let's go look right in the middle here. This is where my area of concern. So let's see what they show me here. Oh, we got a pulse. See right here, that curve? I see that straight away. beaming out here. You got a ship. No, I correct myself. Those lines are all pointing where my middle finger is. Right there, there, and there. Bzz, getting fried, getting fried. Kiwi style. Bzz, right here. Getting fried, getting fried. Big pulse wave coming over there across Topau in that direction. That'll damn sure put some perturbations into the old mantle of the earth. It's not appreciated in the volcano region at all. Look at a wedge shape today. And it's not an overlap signature either, because it's moving into the screen without interruption. That was a beam sweeping. It's a sweep. Just sweeping your asses. Did you see it? Did you see it? Hang on. I'll get you back. Right there. Bzzz, getting fried. Do, 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 do. Thames, old Benny Hill show is alive and well in fucking New Zealand today. Oh, he swear. I don't want children listening to my shows, by the way. I swear, and I say stuff like, we're being killed. I don't want them to ever hear that. What I want them to hear is, we're going to make this a beautiful world. I'm going to help the next existence have a better existence in this existence that I no longer wish I was existing in, but I'm glad I'm existing in. Wow. Rain radar. Is it showing you the rain, really? It's showing me the beams. Oh, let's see what the Northland is doing. I didn't get a far enough north on that last one. I couldn't quite see Auckland. So let's have a peek. Let's see if we catch anything. So we could bust your asses beaming their own demise. Oh, right there. Do you see it? See it? I'll get all these and see it, see it, see it, see it. Look at the bust. That's a bust. It's a slam bust. I'm going to put my pen right up on it there. The old middle finger right there. Auckland, you got one. There's a beam. Is anybody in New Zealand documenting this storm like this? If you busted, did you catch that beam? This is just your Met service. Yeah, ain't loaded nothing special. Here it is again. Once. Twice. That's a pulse. Boom. Boom. So it's going to keep repeating that, and it'll oscillate the storm, hemming the chem in that direction while it's moving this direction. Boy, are they fucking this coast here. I'm glad I gave you guys plenty of warning. And you better stay put now. Don't be a dumbass. Wear your ass for a hat, because it'll blow off out there. Nobody else wants your ass hat on their head or hitting them in the face. That would be a bad thing, have an ass hat face. Alright, I think I busted their balls. Would you say, Robert, you have busted their balls? Has anything come all the way from the north? Let me see. Right here. Hang on a minute. No, that was the same one down here. Right. That's all the Mets I'm going to show. Am I still running? Hello, y'all. Right. As. Boom! I think I've done you there, New Zealand. Now go to bed. Go to your room, no supper after what you did to me today. Go to bed. Sickness mix all coming toward the coast today. A lot of bombs going off here. This is the Great Barrier Reef, in case you care about it. And this is like sulfuric acid plumes, often proposed to be in titanium oxides, which is known to be detrimental to human health. And, well, acid melts coral. Bleaches it, so to speak. So I would like to make a correlation between the acidity of the air, the fallout into the ocean, and the bleaching of the reef, and the fact that geoengineering, funded by Bill Gates and them, is killing my Great Barrier Reef, and it needs to stop. Yes, excuse me. I had to do a little treatment on my throat earlier. Got a lot of bombs going off over here near, the can cans. Am I up there yet? Yeah. They opened up a shit can in Cairns. Dan, 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 boom, 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 plume, plume, boom, 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 plume, 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 and you, boom, 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 plume, and you, they're pluming, boom, 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 and pluming, Nazis pluming you. Boom, 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 boom. God damn, they're fucking boom, 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 boom. They're killing us. Boom, 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 boom. The colors on the boom, boom. Colors, yes, the colors been on for a long time. Not just the food, not just the EMF, not just the fracking getting all the poisons in your water, not just the fluoride, not just the vaccine. It's the corporation itself causing it all. Corporation known as New Zealand, headquartered there. Corporation known as London, headquartered in London. Corporation known as the United States of America, headquartered in Washington, D.C., all brokered on Wall Street. Right. North. There's a few heavies coming along. That bear's watching over there near Weepa, actually, especially. See, he's got some spinners going here. And this is proceeding along as a rather dangerous line. It'll fuel up heavier as it gets toward this creek over there. But yeah, that's a bad storm. Seen any water spouts? Conditions are right. Yeah, I think that's all bombs. If I remember it right. These were all bombs. Every fucking bit of that storm would not have existed and fuck with those people today if it wasn't for the chem bombs. But it's humid and it's still sweaty, and well, that's driving up electric bills, eh? Wow, look at all that crap going off all at once. Well, that doesn't look too healthy. I wouldn't want that to be falling out on me. A whole row of bombs coming this direction, a whole going that direction. What the fuck is going on here? Sounds like geoengineering to me. The big old mushroom cloud. Hot jellyfish. Look at this shit. Bombs going this way, one's going under the other, and they're mixing together. The big mixer. What are they making? They're making a hell on earth. And with that said, and with that done, covering your weather is not much fun. Big love. I've had enough. Peace.